Hi y'all, it's Wednesday and we are halfway through the week. So I just wanted to leave a little motivation on your timeline. So I want to encourage and challenge those of you who may be struggling with motivation or being inspired. You may feel like you don't get enough support or people are not understanding what it is that you're trying to do or the why you're trying to do it. So I want to challenge you and encourage you to self-motivate, to be able to reach deep down and motivate yourself so that you're not waiting for someone else to inspire you, because sometimes everybody is not going to understand. Everybody's not meant to go on the walk that you are going on. Everybody's not meant for that part of your life. So you want to get to the point where you're not depending on other people to always be there to motivate you. It's lovely to have support, but support ourselves as well. And what I want to encourage everybody to be able to do is to empower, uplift, motivate, encourage just ourselves, get to that point where we are encouraging ourselves to get to where we need to get to. So just a few more tips, and I know I left some tips with you all before, so I just want to leave a few more. First things first is keep your purpose in mind. What were the reasons that you started doing whatever you were doing? 9 times out of 10, if you need motivation, it's because you're trying to start a business, go back to school, get this job, lose weight, whatever it is that you're trying to do. It might be something emotionally, mentally, whatever it is, whatever that goal was, remember why you started it. There's usually always a why behind the reason why we do things. So whatever your why was, remember that daily. Remember what it was that started you on this journey. And when you're feeling like, I just don't feel it today, I don't want to do it today, remind yourself, why did you start it in the first place? And that'll help keep you motivated to continue going on with what it is you want to do. Another thing, I spoke about this in my last video, but I feel like this is very important. Set appropriate goals. No goals are too small, no goals are too big, but you want to always set a goal that keeps you motivated. So you don't want to set a super large goal that if you don't reach in the time frame that you said you want to reach it for some reason, whatever reason it may be, you're completely, down by that. Like now you feel unmotivated, like, oh man, I can't achieve it. So set appropriate goals. Set the goals step by step. If this is your goal and this is a big goal and it's all the way up here, set those steps, set the smaller goals so that you can climb up to that big goal. And that helps keep you motivated, because the perfect goal for you will always excite you. It will always, what may not excite you is how to get to that goal. The work behind it may not excite you, but the actual goal will. So set appropriate goals so that you can continue to stay motivated because of that. Another thing is pay attention to your progress. If you decide you want to lose weight, and I use these a lot because these are some things that I'm working on. But if you decide that you want to lose weight, write down your steps. Okay, if your weight loss, if you're here and this is the number that you want, then set steps when every time you hit a milestone, every time you lose 5 pounds, every time you lose 10 pounds, write that down, keep up with it, because that helps you stay motivated. That helps you keep going. It helps you with remembering your purpose. So, just keep up with your progress. Pay attention to that because those things are important. Another step is take a break. It's okay to, if you're studying for school, it's okay to just take a few minutes and just be like, okay, you know what? I've been at this all day. I just need a break. Or may not necessarily just be a day. It might be whatever it is. Just take a break. Know that it's okay to take a break because you don't want to overwhelm yourself and you don't want to be doing so much, going so hard that you get to the point where you don't want to do it anymore. So if you are feeling overworked or you're feeling overwhelmed, it's okay to take a break. Another tip would be find some type of external motivation. And y'all, I say this like you can obviously work on trying to keep yourself motivated internally, but sometimes you need a little bit of extra help. So why don't you try telling other people what is your goal? Because then they can hold you accountable. For instance, if you say, I'm not going to drink alcohol anymore. Well, tell somebody that, tell your spouse, tell your significant other, tell your friend, your coworker, whoever it is, this is what my goal is. This is what I don't want to do. So that when you go and say, hey, let's go out for drinks, and you order, an alcoholic beverage, they can say, wait a minute, you said you wasn't doing that anymore. And that may help you, not saying it will, necessarily deter you all the time, but it could possibly help you with staying accountable for that goal that you set. If there's somebody that's telling you, no, you said you wasn't going to do that anymore, then you may very well be like, okay, you're right, I did say that, so I'm not going to do it. It can be something, and it could be something like you can set a positive, you can set a positive motivation. Like you can say, all right, if I reach this level, then I'm going to do this for myself. If I lose this many pounds, I'm going to buy myself this outfit. If I do this, then I'm going to do that. So reward yourself, because sometimes that helps. It's, sometimes, how many times were you in school or at work and they said, hey, if you guys do good, I'm going to give you this treat. I don't know about you all, but when I was in school, it was pizza parties. Every time you turn around, they were offering, if you do good on this test, if you do good on this, you're going to get this pizza party. Yeah, we're like, pizza again. But the idea of getting a gift or something we didn't have to pay for as kids, it was like, okay, all right, well, yeah, let's go ahead and knock this out the park so we can get that pizza party. So, sometimes you have to reward yourself. And sometimes you have to punish yourself. And when I say punish, I do use that very lightly. I just mean if you do something like, if your goal can be as simple as, I don't want to be late to work anymore. And then you're late to work. Well, if you're late to work, instead of you going to, buy these new pair of shoes when you get paid or something like that, then tell yourself, you know what? You're not going to do this because you didn't meet this goal or you didn't meet that goal. So not any type of harsh form of punishment. It's just really holding yourself accountable. And sometimes just like you would do if your child or if, your pet, or if somebody didn't do something that you wanted them to do, you usually take something away from them. If the kids are not doing what their chores or what they're supposed to do, a lot of times you put them on punishment, or you take their phone from them, or whatever the case may be. So that's the same thing with yourself. If you're not standing strong in whatever it is that you wanted to do, then sometimes you got to step back and be like, okay, self, no, you can't go get those new shoes. No, you can't go buy that new purse. No, you can't go do this, because you're not doing that. Hold yourself accountable so that you can reach those goals. So y'all, these are just a little bit more. And let me just say, if all else fails, just know some type of action can keep you motivated. If you want to do something, if you want to accomplish anything in life, you have to start doing it. So if nothing else, start doing it, doing something. If you're feeling like, oh, I want to do so much stuff, but I don't know how to do it, I can't do it. And if it's something that you want to do, and sometimes you feel like, man, I don't know where to start, I'm overwhelmed, that's okay. So just start somewhere. You feel too overwhelmed to start the business, start walking, go for a jog, write in a journal, read a book, do something else so that you're doing something. And I know it sounds like I'm saying do something a lot, and that's because I am, because the overall message is do something. And that'll get you. When I wanted to start a business, it was so overwhelming trying to figure out all that stuff. So I started watching YouTube videos, researching things. I said, okay, if nothing else, I can get my EIN. you know? And then once I got that, I'm like, oh, okay. So then I can do this step, and now I can do that step. And, or when I wanted to start working on creating my brand, it was like, okay, this is a lot. But then I said, all right, well, let me reach out to someone who's a graphic designer. Let me start doing little things that got me excited so that I can just go full force in it. So I hope that this helps somebody. I hope it motivates somebody. You all, I hope you guys have a super productive week, and I can't wait to talk to you all again. Bye.